Hello, and welcome back to Slow Talk. I'm your host, Jessica. Today, we're talking about a topic many of us know well, living in a big city. It's exciting, but it has its challenges. My friend Liam is here to share his experiences. Hey, Liam, thanks for coming on today.
Hey Jess, it's great to be back. I've lived in the city my whole life, so I have a lot to talk about.
I bet you do. Let's get right into it. When you think about city life, what's the first problem that comes to mind?
The first thing is definitely the commute. I have to get up really early. I need to catch the train before rush hour. Traffic is always terrible. It takes me nearly an hour to get to work.
An hour is a long time. That's 2 hours every day just for travel. How do you deal with the traffic? Do you listen to music or podcasts?
I usually listen to podcasts, actually. It helps me to switch off from the stress. Sometimes I just look out the window. I try to stay calm.
I understand. I used to take the bus every day. It was always packed. I hated how crowded it was. I had to stand up the whole time. It was exhausting.
Yes, public transportation is fast, but it's often too full of people. It's hard to find a seat. It can be very stressful. You have to push your way through the crowds.
Let's talk about money. Do you find it expensive to live in the city?
Oh, absolutely. The cost of living is the biggest challenge. Rents are high. It's difficult to save up money. Everything costs more here.
That's true. I know many people who have to share an apartment just to afford the rent. Finding an affordable place to live is really tough. Did you have to look for a long time to find your current place?
Yes, I did. I spent months looking around. I had to check out dozens of places. I finally found a flat that was small, but affordable. It was a real relief to sort that out.
I can imagine. It's a very competitive market. You have to act fast when you see a good apartment. So, besides rent, what other things cost a lot?
Food can be expensive. Eating out every day is impossible. I try to cook at home most of the time. Also, parking is very expensive if you own a car. Many people give up their cars because of the cost.
That makes sense. It's often easier to get around using the subway or buses. Do you think the city has enough green space? I mean, parks and nature areas.
Not really. That's another thing I miss. The city can feel very gray. I have to make an effort to get out to a park on the weekends. I need to get some fresh air. It helps me to clear my head.
Me too. I love to go for a walk in the big park near my office. It's a nice way to take a break from the concrete. It's important to take time for yourself.
Let's talk about noise. Do you find the city noise annoying? I live near a main road. It's loud all the time.
Yes, the noise can be a problem. You always hear traffic and sirens. Sometimes it's hard to fall asleep at night. I usually have to turn on some white noise or gentle music to drown out the street sounds.
That's a good idea. I have to try that. It's difficult to have a quiet moment. It can feel like the city never stops.
It really does. It has a high pace of life. Everything moves so fast. Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the city?
Sometimes I do. There are too many people, too many things happening at once. When I feel that way, I try to go away for a day. I take a train to a small town. I try to slow down for a bit.
That's a healthy way to manage the stress. It's important to set boundaries. You can't let the city take over your life. What's the biggest difference between city life and life in a small town, in your opinion?
The opportunities. In the city, there are many jobs. there are many things to do. You can find something every night. There are museums, theaters, and concerts. Everything is open late. It's never boring.
That's true. The city offers a lot of variety. It's great for young people who want to start a career. It's easy to meet new people. You can join a club or take a class.
Exactly. The social side is great. I've been able to keep in touch with many friends. And I've also made new friends at work. The city brings people together.
So, you mentioned finding a job. Is it easier to find work in a big city?
Yes, I think so. There are more companies, there are more choices. But there is also more competition. You have to work hard to stand out. But the high number of choices is a big benefit.
I agree. The competition is intense, but the salaries are usually higher. You often have to take on a new challenge to get ahead. So let's look at safety. Do you feel safe in the city?
Most of the time, yes. I try to be aware of my surroundings. I don't walk alone late at night. I keep my belongings close. I think you just have to be careful. It's important to take precautions.
That's responsible. It's better to be cautious. So, despite all the challenges, the traffic, the cost, the noise, would you ever move away from the city?
That's a great question to finish with. I think about it sometimes. I dream of a quiet life, a house with a garden. But I think I would miss the energy. I would miss the convenience.
I would miss the convenience too. Having everything nearby is a huge plus. You can always get what you need. You don't have to drive far.
Exactly. And I would miss my friends. Most of my friends live here. It would be hard to leave them behind. I think I'm a city person, after all.
Liam, let's go back to the issue of convenience. What makes city convenience so appealing? What do you use the most?
Well, I use public transport a lot. I can get almost anywhere in an hour. Also, the stores are open late. If I need milk at 10 p.m., I can just pop out and get it. That's impossible in a small town.
That's true. The late-night shops are a huge plus. And what about services like doctors or banks? Is it easy to access those?
Yes, it's much easier. There are many doctors. You can usually get an appointment quickly. The banks are everywhere. Everything is just more accessible here. You don't have to plan things out days in advance.
That saves a lot of time. Time is a very valuable thing in the city. So, let's talk about food again. You said you cook at home, but do you ever order in food?
Oh yes, I order food in all the time. There are so many restaurants to choose from. You can try a new type of food every night. Indian, Thai, Italian, everything. The options are endless.
I love that about the city. The diversity of food is amazing. It's a great way to experience different cultures without traveling far. What's your favorite thing to order in?
I usually go for Chinese food. It's easy and quick, and it doesn't cost a fortune. But sometimes I like to treat myself to a nice burger.
Let's turn our attention to the arts. Do you go to many shows or concerts? The city is full of culture.
I try to. I love music. I often check out local bands playing in small venues. It's a great way to discover new artists, and the tickets usually aren't too expensive.
That sounds fun. I prefer museums and galleries. I love to spend an afternoon looking at art. It helps me to calm down and think deeply. The big museums usually have free days too. You can save some money that way.
That's smart. So the city offers both relaxation and excitement. It's all about finding the right balance. Do you think people in the city are generally friendly?
I think people are busy. They're often in a rush, so they might not stop to chat on the street. But if you strike up a conversation in a cafe or a park, they are usually very friendly. You just have to make the first move.
I agree. You have to reach out to people. People tend to keep to themselves here. But once you get to know someone, they are usually great. It just takes time.
It does take time. It's a different kind of community. You have to build your own community from scratch. But once you have it, it's very strong.
Let's wrap up with one final thought. What's the one thing that makes all the city challenges worth it for you?
For me, it's the feeling of possibility. The feeling that anything can happen here. You can run into anyone on the street. You can start a new project tomorrow. That kind of energy is infectious. It helps me to keep going.
That's a powerful point. The city is full of ambition and energy. It pushes you to be better. It makes you want to achieve your goals. It's a very motivating environment.
Well said. The city truly is a place of extremes. High stress, but high rewards. High cost, but high opportunity.
Exactly. You have to take the good with the bad. But for now, I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Me neither. Thanks for sharing all of your great insights with me, Liam. This was a wonderful chat.
My pleasure, Jess. I had a lot of fun. And thank you to all our listeners for tuning in. We'll be back next week to talk about something else. Take care, everyone.